Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato. In the last episode, at the very end, after what was we had a mixed and varied episode last time. We improved part of this line. It now looks totally crazy, but it sort of works, I guess. This line still needs the improvement because the fit windscreen. I mean, it's just a 1-to-1 ratio at the moment, and it shouldn't be. It's the wrong ratio. But anyway, it doesn't particularly matter for all intents and purposes right now. Because today, hopefully, in this very episode, we're going to be making some servos. Because that's what we unlocked at the end of the last episode. If we're going to have a little look here, 277 servos are required per hour. So if we can, you know, put a dent in that number, then that would be darn good. Make servos. That's in advanced manufacturing. Okay, interesting. Make steel sheets. So I guess we're kind of going to have to import steel sheets until we finish off the research metal rolling. But that's fine. So, make servos. How many servos do we make? 7 employees. Goodness me, this is a horrifically shaped building. Yikes. 4 every 2 minutes, which means that's what, like, every 10 minutes, roughly. It's 20, which means every hour it's about 120. Yeah, so about 120 an hour. So theoretically, we should only need 2 of these things. Pretty sure we're going to need more, but hey-ho. Well, let's just do that there, and then that there. You know what? I'm going to just be a complete frivolous spender. Put that there, and then put that there. That way, I think we lose the least amount of space possible, but we'll have to wait and see how it all works out. Put that in there, that up there, that over. That's a disaster. That in there, and let's see if this actually works. So what do we actually import for this? It's just steel. We should be making a bunch of servos now. No export room. Yep, that's a very, very good point, and something that we should try and address. We need to try and get a supply stockpile up in this section. We need to add an item, and I think it's literally just servos. There we go. Conveyor, beautiful. Only local. And let's bump that up to 36. Now, we need to figure out where the heck servos are actually used. I believe they're used in this station. Yep. Door panel is only local. I'm going to put servos on only local as well. Unfortunately, I believe we have to do this for all of the door panel areas, which will also include this section. Only local and only local. Oh, also, we need to make sure that they're using the proper door panels. Okay, so theoretically, we should immediately start to see some draw on the servos that have been produced. I don't know if we're actually going to be making enough servos, so we'll have to take stock. We'll have to see if this pile is running down. It doesn't look like it is, although that's because there is a lot more stuff that requires servos. What do you want? Looks like we need to produce a lot more cars in the budget sedan market. I don't want to see advice. I don't want to see I can't even unsee his advice. That's so disappointing. Yeah, wow, holy cow. We've shot up to 25%. 263 an hour is what we require. 160 is what we're making per hour. Let's go and swap you on over to only local servos. And that's the fit steering wheel section. Predictive stock control. Yep. Servo. Yep. I think we've only got one section for the installation of steering wheels. I think that's the case anyway. Oh no, we got a third one over here. Excuse me. There we go. Servo. Only local. Fit steering wheel again. Only local. Okay, I think that's... Yep, that's all of them, I think. So all in all, we had 5. 5 stations. It's quite a lot. There's quite a lot of steering wheel fitting stations. We've also got fit windscreen. Fit windscreen apparently uses servo. I don't know why the fit windscreen uses servo. Oh, for the wipers, of course. So we'll put that onto only local. Put that onto only local. And then there should be one over here. That needs to be put onto only local. Already used a local one, apparently. And then there also should be 2 sections over here. If I could click on the thing, that'd be great. That goes there. And that goes there. Only local. Great. Okay, so I think that's it. I imagine that we're going to unpause. We're going to unpause and we're going to see... Ah. Does the horn require a... Oh no, that's just a servo that's in transit. Anyway, I think we're going to unpause and we're going to see all of these servos immediately evacuate this storage yard. I was wrong. Apparently, that's not even the case. Okay, so it looks like we're managing to keep up with demand. Keeping it in-house, produce 500 local components in a single hour. You betcha. We're very much committed to this. So let's have a little look at servo production. Also, holy cow, 46%. That's the highest that we've had in a long time. You know, slowly but surely we are making improvements. 216 servos per hour. I think we can make 240 per hour, according to my rough calculations. But I don't know if we're actually importing any. And I don't know if there is a way that we can say all servo production must now be local. Pretty sure you can't. Not sure there is a way that I can do that. But hey ho, 248 is what we need to get another brand awareness campaign thing. We're gonna do that, that's fine. Servos. Servos. So 109 bucks is what it takes to produce a servo there. Let me just do the quick maths and see if we can work that out. So it requires 2 steel and we get 4 servos. So theoretically, if I have a look at steel here, nope, wrong section. We need to look at steel. So steel is 79 bucks, and 2 bits of steel, which runs us 160 bucks, give or take, will give us 4 servos, which means that we're making servos at 40 bucks a pop, which is a bloomin' good price, if I do say so myself. That's over half price on what a regular servo would cost us. I don't think it's the biggest discrepancy there, but you know, it is what it is. Also, I was thinking perhaps that we were another message. Nope. Yeah, I know. I just stupid. It's fine. I am broken down. Ah, we do actually need to replace that maintenance department that we got rid of in the last episode. Maintenance department. We've got one down over there. Sure. Put that right there. Do we need another one? I wouldn't really say so, but just in case. Sure. Okay. We're still having pretty serious issues with importing a bunch of stuff that we need to import. But, you know, on the whole, it should be going down. Making sensors, that's really, really important. That is really, really important for us. Yeah, so let's... Oh, that doesn't fit in there. That would have been perfect. Also doesn't fit in there. This is a nightmare to try and make sure it all fits. Sure. I'm just going to plop down 2 make sensor things here. There we go. Once again, let's get the resource conveyors linked up. Let's get the supply stockpile lined up. add an item, sensor. There we go. Only local. And there we go. So we're still going to have to import the computer chips in order to make this happen. But, oh my goodness, look at this. Looks very, very cool. But sooner rather than later, we're going to have production of computer chips up and running as well, which is really, really great. Brakes. Do we need servos for brakes as well? I mean, I'm pretty sure that for most things we're wow, look at this. Servos and brakes. 100% local stuff we're using there. That's very, very exciting, in fact. Yeah, it's just going through and making sure that we've got everything that's local that's possible, really. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go right back through the windscreens again and swap them over to only local sensors. But that's a small price to pay for what I think is a pretty big step, actually. Says that we're not using local servos over here. Gonna keep an eye on this. Why are you only going to the left? Wow, that's kind of depressing, actually. We're not even using... Yeah, so we're using pretty much 100% servos here. I would suspect that it's probably just one servo that we have left over. Yeah, so now it'll be 100% from here on in. Well, that's kind of depressing that we're not even using all of the features available over there. Or all of the production capability that we've got over there, should I say. That's a little bit of an annoyance. Sensors are apparently needed on tires as well. But apparently they're already 100% local. I guess the game will automatically prefer local if it gets the opportunity. Which I think is quite nice, in fact. Fit windows. These windows, apparently, also use servos. Which kind of makes sense when you think about it. Let's put them on only local. Rear bumper. That needs to be on only local as well. Only local for sensors, that is. Because I suspect that if you don't force some of this stuff down here to make this all work, then fit trunk, that apparently needs servos. Yeah, I imagine if you don't force the stuff down here to import, or to use local stuff, should I say, then you may very well run into some problems, because of course I imagine it doesn't want to use local stuff because it's so far away in the factory. Fit windows, yep, I'm working on that. Windows only local, beautiful. I think that's all of the fit windows that we actually have. I believe that's the case. So now windows are also 100% 100% local. How exciting is that? We need to keep an eye on our servo production because I'm pretty certain that we've added quite a lot of demand to our servos, and once they use up their stockpile of already imported servos, then that will reduce. New loan is available from the bank. That's great because, well, at this rate, we might need it. Yep, we very well might need it. We're losing quite a lot of money. Let's have a little look at our finances and see where our expenses are coming from. Pretty much all component purchase. That's actually okay. And raw materials. Almost nothing from rent, nothing from wages, nothing from that. What about any interest? Okay, debt repayment, marketing, raw materials, capital investment. So it's pretty much only... The debt interest is pretty much negligible, but it's the debt repayment that is a big deal. But that's fine. And if we look at all-time, wow, all-time component purchase has now outstripped capital investment, which is very, very interesting indeed. Anyway, as I was saying, we need to make sure that we're keeping an eye on servo production. I think we're going to need another machine. Very much think that we're going to need another machine at some point. Yeah, I'm not manufacturing the off-road truck or the pickup truck. Don't really want to be honest. Not currently. Steering wheel. You're using local stuff, that's great. 12% local. You know, just like to check up and see what's going on. You're using sensors. Tires, that would be another cool thing to... Did I just check the tires? I think I did just check the tires, yeah. That would be another cool thing to see if we could start manufacturing. I think that's probably it. We've got all of these windscreens on over to what they need to be. Yeah, let's go and have a little look at servo production. 29%. Wow, we're almost up to 30%. That's incredible. Okay, I think that we need one more servo machine. I would rather err on the side of caution than not. Wise advice for anyone there, actually. Always err on the side of caution. How do I put this in a position where it's going to cause the least annoyance? Truthfully, probably right there. I guess? Sure. There we go. So, that should just help us. Yeah, as you can see, the stockpile is completely empty. Windows. How are we actually doing for windows? Because that's another one that we haven't really checked in a while. We need 105 an hour. I think we might need to get some more window production, actually. I think it's in fit... Whoa, what? Did you see that? Just look at that. I can't even take that seriously anymore. Where is it? Fit doors, fit windows, make windows. Yeah. Okay, sure. We'll make 2 more make window areas. Okay, we are starting to have pretty strong tailbacks on our importing. We're probably at the maximum of what that resource importer can import. Hey, look, that's a different color because it's advanced manufacturing. Very, very cool indeed. Speaking of, what are we researching at the moment? We're researching computer chips. Okay, so that's going to take ages. Ages and ages and ages in order to make that happen. Sensors are insufficient. Are we importing sensors? Why are we importing sensors on fit lights? We can definitely change that. Only local sensors on fit lights, please. There we go. If it's a directional light, I would suspect that it would need a servo, but apparently that's not the case. Also, we should probably just link up that resource conveyor just to there, just to see if that goes a little faster. Okay. There is supposedly a huge delay here. What are the resources that we're waiting for? Aerial? I guess they're probably en route by now, but that's not exactly ideal if that's the case. Do we want to link you up to here? That might actually not be the craziest thing in the world. It means that we can actually start using this resource importer a little bit more for the electrical stuff over here. Because of course everything needs to be part of the same grid now, because as we're bringing on more and more manufacturing, fine, I don't care about that particularly. Yeah, as we're bringing on online more and more manufacturing, then everything needs to be part of the same network in order for stuff to be delivered. Yeah, it looks like, you know what, our resource importing isn't going too badly. Yeah. 30% of machines are running. That's not exactly ideal. However, 35% of components are produced locally. We're going to get to 100%. Mark my words. Servo production is fully fulfilled. That's really, really good. Steel, we're still importing. Window production should be fully fulfilled as well, which is very, very nice. Paint. Can we even manufacture paint? I don't actually know. paint undercoat. I don't think we can make paint. Polish paintwork. That's something that we can still unlock. I wonder if we actually can make paint. Maybe not. Next gen paint compressors. I don't think we can make paint. I've got to imagine that that will be something that will be added at some point, but not at the moment. Also, I think, you know, we've almost used up the entirety of this area. The whatever you call it, the resource importer is pretty much at maximum capacity. So another message from you. Stop showing me your advice. Yeah, we're at a stage where I think we've pretty much outgrown this area. We've used it pretty much to its maximum potential. Pretty happy with the way that it's gone. However, I think we should probably think about the next section that we want to use, and I'm thinking that this area is probably the best. Hourly cost of $25,000. It's a big investment, but you know, you've got to bear in mind that that will probably be paid for by all of the savings that we're going to make. Also, facilities, maintenance department. I think that we should probably place a maintenance department in here. It's not exactly ideal that we've got machinery that's breaking down. We'll get that placed. Yep, great. So that's kind of nice. Everything seems to be going pretty well. I don't feel that that's reflected in the number of machines that we've got running at any one time. But I feel that we are going to fix that as we start manufacturing more and more resources locally. And it's going to be especially important once we get computer chip manufacture up and running, which we're roughly about halfway through at the moment. So as soon as we've got computer chip manufacturing, there's a very, very good chance that things will lighten off considerably. You got to bear in mind that we're currently importing a whole bunch of computer chips. We're importing a whole bunch of computer chips, which means that they're queuing in all of the resource importers. However, if we're manufacturing them locally, then all of the stuff is going to be imported over here, and then it's immediately going to be shipped out, and that can just be done, leaving all of the importing or the resource importers to do all of the actually important stuff, which is kind of nice. Still got huge tailbacks in this section. We opened this whole new line. Fit seats. Seats are 100% local. Let's just make sure that that is the case. 100% local. I think they're all local anyway, to be honest. Excuse me. There we go. Yeah, I think they're all local. They're all local anyway. So that's really nice. Honestly, pretty happy with the way that things are going. The problem is that the factory is now so large that it's taking such a long time for stuff to get delivered from this side of the map to over here, which is a little bit of a problem, but I don't think it's the end of the world. Have we got predictive stock control on you? We don't. That's why it's taking such a long time for things to arrive. Most of the time, if we don't have predictive stock control, then that is why it takes such a long time. It's almost like I predicted it. I did indeed predict it, in fact. Predictive stock control is a huge bonus, and it really, really is very, very good. Very, very effective. You've been waiting an awfully long time for your servos, I must say. Why is this not happening? Have we run out of servos? We've got a lot of servos here. Yeah, we got a lot of servos. In fact, I would wager that our servo production is still higher than what it needs to be. It's pretty much exactly the same as what it needs to be, but it can go higher. Yeah, why is this not working? Is that network not linked up? That network is not linked up to the whole system. So of course, if we force it to be only local servos, of course it won't work. That is so strange. So this side of the thing, or this side of things is linked up, but this one wasn't. Very, very interesting indeed. Is that the same problem that we've got over here? No. That whole network is linked up. So I don't know why the servos are not being delivered over here faster. Because they should be. You've even got predictive stock control. I think part of the problem over here is that it requires such a large number of components for any one car. Anyway, I think that we've pretty much resolved that issue now. That was a funny one. That was a really funny one. I was sure that this was linked up, but apparently it wasn't. Yeah. Anyway, you can already see that I think, you know, manufacturing servos locally has actually had a really, really big impact on the amount of stuff that we're importing. We're hardly importing anything now, even from like the start of the episode, and comparison, you know, to the end of the last episode. Yeah, we're gonna have to address this somehow. Let me see if we can do something about this. A mini supply stockpile. We don't have the ability to do that right now, but we will do that hopefully in the next episode. Maybe we can place one somewhere near and theoretically supply some servos to this area in quicker fashion than it currently takes. Anyway, ladies and gents, that's going to do it for now. Thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Orbital Potato. This has been Orbital Auto. I'll see you next time. Bye.